Believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, believe it or not, 713-390-KRVE is our phone number. That is where you call us and tell us an unbelievable but true story. And when you tell people, they're like, nah, that didn't happen. But it did. So we're going to go to the phones. Sarah is up first. Hi, Sarah. Good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning, Sarah. So what is your believe it or not story?
So it's a crazy story that happened. So back in February, the week when they kidnapped those people in Matamoros.
Oh, yeah.
So that same,
Wait, of this
that
year?
same week, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So that same week, I was traveling with two of my kids, my husband, and we were just driving, not even too far from the border.
Mm-hmm.
So as we were driving, we had an ATV because we were going to leave it to a family member. We had our bags, and out of nowhere, we see like these soldiers, and we're like, "What's going on with these people?" So they gunpoint us, and they were trying to kill us and kidnap us and
Oh
take
my God.
They're trying to kidnap my kids.
Are you
They
talking
tried
about on the
to-
American side of the border?
No, the Mexican side.
Okay, so you're in Matamoros.
Yes.
Okay.
So out of nowhere, they take my husband out, and I'm the only one in there. I'm like, oh no. I'm like, let me take my kids out, and they're trying to rush me out, and they're like, no, we're gonna take them. I'm like, no, you're not. So I just snatched them out. I snatched them out the car, and they just drove off, and I was like, wow, I never really thought this happened until like this happened to me. I thought this is something that happens in the movies.
So you're telling me these
fast-forward-
guys at gunpoint tried to take your kids, and basically you saying no made them run off? You're saying no, you can't have them, and they just left you alone?
They let me take my kids out at the end. I guess because they were scared or something. So I took them out, and then 2 weeks ago, they recently called me and said, hey, we found your truck. And I was like, wow, when does this ever happen? Like, when do you ever find your property back? And they told us at last minute that the people that robbed us ended up getting killed because they were trying to kill other people, and those other people ended up killing them.
So you
my
only got your
gosh.
truck found, not necessarily back, but what about the ATV?
Everything was gone. My
Yeah.
passports, my luggages, everything.
Was the truck
and I was
stripped?
so sad.
That sucks.
I mean, how terrifying
That's
they
your
were
life,
trying to
though.
take the truck
Yeah.
with your kids in it until you had to just fight for them to get out of the truck. And then the truck is
Yeah.
gone. I mean, once you have your kids, of course, you're like, okay, who cares about the rest of the stuff? But it's so
Yeah,
dang
what happens
traumatic,
now?
the
Like
whole
with
thing.
what happens now with like insurance and the truck and stuff? Like,
So when I called the insurance, they said they couldn't do nothing about it because when they stole it, it wasn't in U.S. or Canada territory. So I was
Oh,
screwed, and I was
no.
so sad because it was like a 2020 truck, and I had just paid it
damn.
off. I was like, wow, finally.
oh,
So
Just paid
So
it
when
off.
I-
That's painful.
yeah. So when they called me 2 weeks ago, I was so happy. I was like, oh my God, I found it. It's like it's fine.
But
They stole my passport.
It was
they
in
stole
good
my
shape,
ATV,
though?
everything.
Like,
It was in good shape, and that was a good thing. I thought they were gonna destroy it because it's a diesel truck. So I thought they were gonna put DEF or they're gonna put gas inside of it without
wow.
or not diesel. No, it was perfectly good.
It's
And I
a
was like,
scary
wow,
area. You know,
when
it
did
didn't
this happen?
used to be that way. We used to go to spring break there. We'd go down to Brownsville and we'd cross the bridge. We'd go down there and party, and it's not a place you want to go anymore.
so you're not going to go back anymore?
Yeah, how
I
do you
don't know.
feel about
And
that? You said you have family there.
You said, I
Sarah.
don't know. You're
Well, I don't know, but I'll go in airplane, but not driving. And then the crazy part is when they robbed me, they took my phone as well, but I guess they didn't know how to turn it off. They put I think what's that? There's a button whenever you press on the side, like a medical emergency or something like that.
Yeah.
That crashed. So I guess they didn't know how to turn it off. They activated that, and it automatically showed everyone that I have as my medical contact or emergency contact.
Yeah.
So they knew where to pinpoint my phone. My son found it. My oldest son, and he's like, "Look, your phone's here." So whenever the cops helped me, that was the only thing I had. And the good thing is, on my phone, I had my passport. I have everything, every copy of every little thing, so I could cross back. So
And
that
so
was-
Wow.
they found that phone soon after the incident, is what you're saying.
Yes.
Okay.
Because I guess they were scared. Like, I think they thought they automatically called the cops, so
Yeah.
they just threw it out.
Okay.
So that was the only
my
thing I recovered from that
gosh.
robbery.
Wow.
Incredible.
Wow, that is.
Just be grateful you've got your lives.
Oh my God.
Yes.
I don't think I'd be going back. Like you said, not by a car. No way. Not by a car.
but airplane,
Not by
yes.
car, Sarah. Thanks for calling the show,
you're
Sarah.
okay.
We're glad you're safe and your kids are safe. Thank you so much for your
Thank you.
story. 713-390-KRBE is our phone number. It's Believe It or Not. Marisol, is that right? Marisol is your name? Hi, welcome
Yes.
to the Roula and Ryan Show.
Good morning, guys. How are you?
Hey, we're great. So what's your believe it or not story?
So I was pregnant with my first child. I was about 5 months pregnant, and I was going to visit my family back in Ecuador. So I needed to do some last-minute shopping for Christmas. And so I got to the store. It was a Sunday. I got to the store early, and I thought it was going to be open. So I approached the door. It was the Gap store in Rice Village.
Yep.
Okay.
And,
Oh, yeah, the Gap right there. Yeah.
Yeah, and so I go, and then I realize the door is locked. So I look at the schedule on the side, and it said it was open at 10. I think it was like 9:45 or something. And as soon as I turn around to walk back to my car, I hear this noise. And and within seconds, I didn't know what it was. A car ran into the Gap. Like
Oh,
within
it drove into
seconds,
the storefront?
Yes, and the whole glass came down. The lady that was driving was an older lady that thought that she braked, but she accelerated and
Oh,
went
my
into the
gosh.
And my baby and I were like literally saved by an angel. My dad at that time, and I just spared our lives. I mean, I'm here. I don't know how, because I just heard a noise. I heard a screech, and then I just heard the glass, and I was literally like 2 inches away from the car.
So like
Good
so you
grief.
stopped, the door was locked, you turned around, and then the car came from the left side, like you were going to the left?
Yeah, so like when I look at the store and I saw that lights were off, so I just kind of turned around to go back to my car, and then I just felt like this wind behind me, but I didn't know what it was.
gosh.
And then the car just ran. I mean, the entire door of the Gap was completely destroyed. The lady went
Wow.
into the shop. Yeah.
That
Holy
just happened. I
smokes.
want to say last week or the week before, there was an elderly woman who thought she hit the brake, but she hit the gas. And unfortunately, she did kill one or two people
Oh, my
up
God.
in that car dealership.
Oh, wow.
That happens more often than we've heard. We've seen that in Houston news a lot, unfortunately. Marisol, we're so glad you're okay. That is
Yeah.
really
It was-
unbelievable.
It was very scary because she also had her grandchild in the back.
Oh, wow.
So my first reaction after I saw all the glass, I saw this car seat, and being pregnant, I guess my instinct just goes like, "Is the baby okay? Is the baby okay?"
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it was very scary, but I'm grateful to God or whoever was checking us out and making sure we were okay.
It wasn't
Good.
your time.
Glad you're
That's
fine.
really- How long ago was that? I'm trying to remember when the Gap had that car run in there in Rice Village. How old is your
So-
child now?
So my daughter is 20; she's in college. So 20
Like
years
21
ago.
years
yeah.
ago. Yeah.
It was
Wow.
20 years ago.
Marisol, thanks for sharing your story. You have a
Wow.
great day.
Were you able to go in there and get some
Thank
extra
you.
clothes?
Stop.
love
She's
you
not, she's not a
guys.
looter.
We love you. We love you too.
Let the woman give us some props. Hold on, Marisol. What were you saying? Let the woman give us some props and let us feel good.
Where's
Go
our
ahead,
flowers?
Marisol. We cut her off.
No.
What'd you say, Marisol?
No. I love you guys so much. I have a long commute, and every morning I'm laughing as I listen to you guys. So
Aw.
thank you for making our mornings fun.
Thank you for
Aw,
being
that's
part
so
of the
sweet.
show.
Thank you so much. Marisol,
Glad you're
you were
safe.
awesome. We're glad you're safe. Okay, real quick, I want to go to Eddie. I believe this is about the Richmond Strip in the days that the.
Oh.
Okay, can I give a little
You and
backstory?
I know
real quick?
that.
If you go down the Richmond Strip, which is between Fountain View and Hillcroft, you will see still to this day traffic signs that say you cannot U-turn
I was laughing at
between 10 p.m. and 2 a.m. And people who are newer to Houston are probably like, why? What's the
Why?
big deal?
Stupid.
Because in the 90s, when after the Rockets won the championships, everybody would go down there and they would just like cause these giant traffic jams.
It was wall to wall.
And now nobody does it now,
That's
but
where
it's
all the
funny. The
bars were,
signs
right?
are still there. 'cause
You
all
had
the bars
all
were
the
there.
bars. You had like
Yeah.
Kaboom. You had Betty B's Bomber Bar. Bomber Bar. You had what was it? Blue Planet. You had
There's
all
a
these
lot.
bars on the Richmond Strip, and now
Yeah.
kind of desolate.
6,400?
At,
well,
about 6,400. It was
yeah.
called Peter's Wildlife or something, and then it was like anyway, T-Town 2000. Okay, so
yeah.
Eddie is up next. Hi, Eddie.
Hi, good morning.
Good
Hello.
morning. You want to share
So
with
your
us?
story is from those days of the Richmond Strip party days.
Oh, yeah, back in the day when T-Town was alive.
Yeah, T-Town
okay.
2000. That was Peter's Wildlife. Before
Yeah.
that was 6,400.
What happened?
Yeah. Okay, so we went club hopping, but there wasn't really too much going on, so we went driving around or cruising the strip, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it was just my luck that I had to go to the restroom. I had to pee, so we stopped at the Shell. Well, back then, it's probably still like that. The Shell had the gas station attached to the back, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so on my way there, this homeless guy stops me. The real tall black dude stops me, and he's like, "Hey, give me $1, give me $1." And I was like, "Here, just get out of my way." And because I really had to go, right? So I give him $1.
I get him away.
And Yeah, and he gets out of my way, and so I go open the door to the restroom, and man, there is a guy asleep on the toilet wearing this fancy three-piece suit. The only thing was he was barefooted, and his feet were inside, like, have you ever seen, like, those file boxes, the lid, how they have, like, you know what I'm talking about, those carton lids?
The
Yeah.
to-go containers?
Yes, well, no, the carton, just like the top lids for the files.
Yeah, the
Files.
Oh, the top list of the files.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Right, his feet were barefooted inside that, and his feet were covered in French fries, like up to his ankles. And you know what? It was like, and they weren't frozen. It was like somebody went to McDonald's and took their time to do this elaborate joke.
But the guy was sleeping. He
So he's
was
passed out. They took
He
his
was
shoes
passed out.
and put
Yes,
French fries
and
on
I
his feet.
remember,
in a three-piece suit.
yes, I was about to blow up because I had to pee. All of a sudden, I was like, I lost the urge. I didn't know, that sucker
my.
punched me. I didn't know. Yeah, and then the homeless guy comes walking in. He's like, what's wrong? What's wrong, my man? What's wrong? I'm like, look. He's like, the guy's like, I'll earn my dollar. I'll earn my dollar. Wake up. Hey, you get your steak feet out those French fries. And I was just like,
He had
Yeah,
French fries
man.
up to his ankles, sitting on a toilet, passed out in a fancy three-piece suit. That is unbelievable.
yes.
Oh,
Yes, I'm
Get your
like,
stank
you know
feet
what?
out there,
Everybody I tell to this day, I'm like, hey, when I die, that's the first question I'm gonna ask God. Like, what happened that night?
Why was
You
that
know,
guy
what was going
barefoot
on
in
with
French
that?
fries?
Did the homeless guy get the guy to wake up, though? Did the guy wake up, or you got out of there before?
The guy woke up like he came to for a second. His eyes opened, and they were like bloodshot red.
So he
and
had
then
partied
just,
too hard and passed
I
out.
think so. I think he was on heroin, or I don't know what.
Were his
'cause
pants down
he was
around his
out of there.
ankles? Or, like he was sitting on the pot, or was he just sitting there like with his pants?
No, he was like, his pants were up, everything. It just, somebody
Sitting
set
on
him down
toilet.
and took his shoes and socks, and they put French fries there.
His friends probably did that
Somebody
to
went to
him.
the trouble to cover this guy in French fries up to his ankles.
Did you end up going
Yeah.
to somewhere to pee?
Well, yeah, eventually I found another spot, but it was just like, I don't know. I don't, too, I ain't gonna lie. I was drinking, so I don't remember where I peed, but
Yeah.
this was right
my
before
gosh.
camera phones.
If I
This
had
was right
to
before
reconstruct
camera
this,
phones, so-
I would
Oh my
basically
God,
have to guess that the
hilarious.
guy in the suit, a couple guys got done with work in the office. They went out partying. He tied one. He got way too wasted. His friends thought, oh, let's put a little joke on him. Take his shoes,
With fries on?
put his feet in
But what
French
about
fries.
the French fries? I don't understand.
Maybe they were
That
eating.
is
They were all like a
unbelievable.
Jack in the
I don't
Box or
know.
something.
Yeah, they're
and
probably
they-
wasted. And they're like, this
Eddie,
looks funny.
hilarious story. Hilarious story. And I bet when you tell people that story, they're like, "Nuh-uh, you're making that up."
It's hard
You
to
were
believe,
drunk.
but I'll believe
I
you.
You
believe
didn't
it.
see a
You know
guy
what?
with
That
French
was,
fries.
that was before camera phones and all that. So
Oh,
he
man.
lucked out.
Right.
Yeah, he
So
left
like
out.
pick or it didn't happen. Well, you couldn't take a pic back then. Eddie, thanks for sharing a story and giving us a great laugh. That was hilarious.
You're welcome.
Take care, hon. Thanks. Have a good weekend.
And if you were
Um,
that guy who woke up on a toilet in their feet in
In the
French
90s.
fries,
In
then
the 90s,
please
right?
call us.
Yeah, we'd
He's
love
like, "Oh
to
my
hear.
God, somebody just told my story on the Roula and Ryan show. I'm the French fry
That
guy."
guy's probably like 55 now.
Yeah, I woke up and I'm
60.
like, where are my shoes? I got fries.
Yeah.